What's up, y'all? This is Sonya Jones of GIP Financials, your Mr. Miyagi of money, and welcome again to another episode of From Chaos to Clarity, Unleash Your Business Potential. So, on this week's episode, you are going to see an interview that I've done previously with one of our clients, Robin Wilson Tucker of Wilson Consulting LLC. So, Robin is all things LinkedIn, and she also helps businesses and entrepreneurs with their LinkedIn profiles, in addition to resume writing as well. And so with Robin, she invested in our QuickBooks setup service. And not only did Robin personally grow and learn her numbers in her business, but what she also did, which was amazing, I'm so proud of her for doing this, is that as her business grew, she decided to delegate that task to a virtual assistant. So I definitely wanted to capture that interview and walk through that process with Robin when she decided to make that step to hire a VA, and also how she communicates what she needs to her VA as well, because CEOs, as our businesses grow, we have to make decisions about how we spend our time. Amen. Amen. So without further ado, make sure that you get pen and paper. This is definitely an interview you do not want to miss. So let's get ready. I'll see you on the other side. What's up, everybody? This is Sonya Jones of GIP Financials, your Mr. Miyagi of money, and we're continuing our series of our client testimonials so you can hear firsthand how GIP is getting entrepreneurs in position. And the young lady I have tonight is a dear friend of mine, a sister, and this conversation is going to be just extremely full and rich about not just how we've connected as clients and business to business, but just as sisters, with business mentorships and things of that magnitude. So, y'all, I would love to introduce to you all Miss Robin Wilson Tucker of Wilson Consulting LLC.
Woohoo!
Yay!
Yay!
Yeah, so Robin, just tell everybody just a little bit about what you do and the magic that you bring to individuals and entrepreneurs in the LinkedIn space.
All right. So again, I'm Robin Wilson Tucker, Wilson Consulting LLC, and my business focuses on transforming professionals and businesses through the power of LinkedIn. We do that through helping them with their profiles, their LinkedIn profiles, for business and professional. We also assist with resume review and critique. We do speaking and training on LinkedIn and how you can use that to increase your personal brand and professional brand, as well as networking strategies. So we offer consultations, services, and speaking slash training engagements.
Love it, love it, love it. And I have been a patron of Wilson Consultant LLC. And what I tell you guys,
Me.
it is amazing, absolutely amazing. Because especially as entrepreneurs, LinkedIn should be one of the platforms that you use to bring in clients, right? And everywhere that people put their eyes on you, especially for the first time, it has to be on point. Has to be on point. So, first of all, let's talk a little bit about how we started, working together. Well, first of all, before we started working together, we actually were connected through a mentor by the name of Sean Strickland, of Sean
Yes.
Strickland Consulting. And we are part of Sean Strickland's inner circle. So I want to make sure too that as we're talking about entrepreneurship, that we also talk about the importance of investing in yourself and getting
Yes.
a mentor. And so one of the benefits of being in community, especially an entrepreneur community, that you start connecting and building relationships. So between Robin and I, we have definitely not just worked together, but we have worked with other members of our, inner circle space as well. And those connections, grew into other connections. You know how it goes, it just blooms,
Yes.
poof, 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 all over the place, right? And so, before we talk about our relationship between GIP and Wilson Consulting, let's talk a little bit about the nuggets of mentorship. So, just give the people just a couple of nuggets as far as the benefits of mentorship and anything that you can give to them. Like if anybody's even considering, like, I don't know if I even want to, invest in myself in that way, what would you tell them?
What I would say is, first of all, community is very important. And sometimes you don't know you need it until you need it, right? And for me, being a part of a community, a mentoring community that also offers um, entrepreneur mentoring opportunities has been a game changer for me. It's really made me look at my business as a business, not a hobby. Because, first of all, if you have to decide if you are in business, if you have something you're passionate about, how you're treating it. Because if you're not treating it as a business, then you're not going to be as detailed or as aware of your numbers, of things you need to do, your marketing. So you have to decide, first of all, is it a business or if it's a hobby? If you're going to treat it as such, it needs to be serious. And you need like minded people that you can glean ideas off of, people that you can learn from and grow. So it's so important to build yourself or connect yourself rather with a community. And here in the Memphis area, particularly, outside of the community that Sonia and I are a part of, there are so many resources to allow that allows you to do that. So wherever you are, whatever city you're plugged into, there are resources for entrepreneurs. There are groups and things. Even on LinkedIn as a platform, there are groups and communities that you can engage in. So I would tell budding entrepreneurs, those that are already in the game, link up, connect with someone that can help you grow. Most definitely, it's vitally important. I know when I look back a year ago to where I am now, I can't even begin to tell you the growth I've had in just not only growth in the business as far as revenue, but just knowledge and
Mhm.
understanding and what needs to be done, and clients, how you treat people, the whole
Right.
gamut. So, for me, it's been a game changer. When you have people like Sonia and others that we ping off each other, we're constantly encouraging one another, we're sharing ideas, information is powerful. We're sharing information. So this is vitally important because, in this entrepreneurship world, we all want to win, and we win by helping each other grow. And one thing that our mentor always tells us, there's enough for everybody. So you
That's
don't have
right.
to feel like, if you're doing the same thing as somebody else, oh, I can't do that because somebody else is doing it. Not true.
That's
You
right.
can do whatever it is that you feel a calling or have a passion about. Just think about it. That's why you have McDonald's, Wendy's, and Burger King. They all sell burgers. They all have a stake in the game. They all do well. They all succeed. It's enough for everybody. So don't think
Mhm.
just because if you want to, let's say, make candles, I'll just use that as an example, that if somebody else is making candles, I know you got Bath and Body Works and all these places, but your candles will sell too. You just have to understand and know your audience, know your niche, and know where your segment, where you fit in. But that's where community comes in, because when you lock into a community, they will help you identify those things.
Wonderful. I agree wholeheartedly, 100%. And then, especially as an entrepreneur, you can't vent to your people. You can't vent to the folks in your house. You make sure that you have an opportunity to share
Exactly.
with other like-minded people, right? That understand what you're going through and can encourage you, right, in that
Mm-hmm.
same
Yeah.
space. So, Robin, I'm gonna pick
Yeah.
up where you left off with the whole growth thing. So
Mm-hmm.
let's talk about how we worked as far as with bookkeeping. So I remember particularly you started with QuickBooks setup, right, and wanting to get
Yes.
your books in order. And I don't know if you had a chance to see it, but I highlighted you in our Black Friday showcase
Oh,
because
you
one of the
did?
things Robin did, because I was telling the entrepreneurs that because of the fact that when Robin took that time to invest in QuickBooks setup, she realized that she was growing that, you know what, I'm going to need some help getting my
Yes.
financials together. So not only did she participate and invest in herself to know her numbers, but she took that knowledge to also delegate the data entry to a virtual assistant.
Yes.
So I want to make sure that I definitely shine light on that. So Robin, here's the question I want to ask you, and this one in the original email.
Okay.
So this too. Before I had a bookkeeper, my financials were this. But after I had a bookkeeper, my financials were here. Can you fill in that? Offer some perspective.
Yes. So before I had a bookkeeping financial platform, I was doing it myself and I was using an Excel spreadsheet. And I wasn't consistent in getting on my entries in on time. And it was a hot mess. I'm just going to be honest with you. After I engaged and invested in QuickBooks and understanding how the platform works, I began to, the platform is great because it does everything for you once you enter in your information. So once I had the platform, I was able to see where my money was going and how I was spending on different expenses, supplies. It gave me better understanding of my cash flow. It gave me a better understanding of my revenue and what the differences are in those. And Sonia did an excellent job of explaining and with the setup, and it gave me a great understanding of what I needed. Where I, to her point, where I needed guidance, where I needed additional assistance was I had so many receipts and things coming in, I just didn't have the time. Well, I shouldn't say I didn't have the time. I didn't delegate the time I needed to keep up with all the receipts. So I did employ a virtual assistant on a hourly basis to help me monthly to make sure that those entries got in. And then I would go in and check and look at where I was, periodically. So for me, that was another investment because once your business starts to scale and grow, and once you see where you need assistance, then you start to delegate, as she said, those areas. And for me, I needed that. Now, of course, I did ask Sonya initially, could they do it? I did. But and I said, well, let me try. Let me give it a whack. Let me try first. And I did okay for about the first month, but then afterwards I was like, no, I need some help with this. So, but in all honesty, it was a game changer. You need some type of system, whether it's QuickBooks or whatever other platform is out there to help you keep track of your bookkeeping. As an entrepreneur, it is vital because you can't keep up with that on the spreadsheet. You just can't. I tried it. It really didn't work. I mean, I could get entries in, but when it came down to looking at what was coming in as far as revenue and cash flow and, delegating different things, it just, Excel just doesn't give it to you. But QuickBooks is great because it allows me to do that. And it also, it plugs into so many other platforms as well. So it's a great platform for, your printing your reports. I can't say enough about it. And if you are looking for the a platform or a way to organize your expenses, your receipts, your revenue, your cash flow, your different reportings, um, and you can connect QuickBooks with your banking information as well. So that will automatically come into play when you make purchases, and it will categorize it for you. I mean, it's great. If you don't have something that will give you that type of detailed information, you got to have it, especially with a business, because when it comes to tax time, it's going to be your best friend to have those reports ready and accurate. It's very vital. So I'm so glad that she offers that service and that I took the time to learn, because even though I'm not in there every day doing the receipts, I understand the details behind everything. I can go in at any time and look to see how I'm doing for the month, where my sales are. I can look at it in different places, but this, QuickBooks allows you to have a one-stop overview. And that's what
Mhm.
so before QuickBooks, I was a hot mess. After QuickBooks, I was straightened out.
Straighten out. That's right. Straighten out like my hair. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I love Robin. I love Robin to death.
Hey, if you're an entrepreneur who's currently working a 9 to 5, I know you've been thinking, how much is it going to cost me to quit this job and become a full-time entrepreneur? I like to call this phase of your journey fight to flight. So when I was working full-time for charter school and I was in fight to flight mode, here's some of the things that I experienced. You let me know if you can relate to some of these. One, I was constantly listening to podcasts, YouTube videos, audiobooks, and even attending workshops, experiencing people who have actually made the transition. But deep down in my heart, I didn't know if I actually had the chops or even the courage to make the move. Second thing, when I was at work and having a bad day, I was always thinking like, God, give me the strength. What's the plan for me to leave my job? And then another thing that I did was I always thought like the amount of time that I'm putting into my job, if I took that time and put it from my job into my business, I wonder how much extra money would I make, right? You understand what I'm talking about? So the reason why you're probably stuck now in fight to flight is because you're probably experiencing some of these other things. Check this out. One, ask yourself, have you officially made your business a formal business? Do you have an EIN? Have you applied for a business license? And most importantly, have you set up a business checking account for your business? Two, are you currently commingling, meaning that all the money that you're getting for your business is not going into that business checking account? It's going into your personal checking account. And if it is, then the third thing, you don't have any real concrete information about how much revenue your business is bringing in and the expenses that you're paying towards your business, meaning you don't have any real definite data about your profit. And then most importantly, if you're really trying to think about leaving your job full-time entrepreneurship, you don't have a personal budget in place, which in a nutshell, if you don't have those things in place, there's no way that you're going to be able to get the what I call the magic profit number to know how much money that you need to save or how much money that you need to bring into your business to be able to pay yourself so you can still maintain your lifestyle. So if you are in fight to flight mode, I have a free ebook on the free financial freedom roadmap, and to help you get to that place where you can create your exit plan and go ahead and start thinking about putting yourself as a full-time entrepreneur for real, for real. So if you're interested in that, click the link below and download that free financial roadmap. I look forward to partnering with you. All right, you ready to go back to the episode? Okay, let's get it.
So you got it. So just to piggyback on what Robin said, right? The spreadsheet can only take you so far. Now, granted, hear me clear. We all got to start somewhere. But
Right.
just like she said, as your business grows, right, Excel can only take you so far. So the
Yes.
benefits of QuickBooks and having an accounting system, one, just having a system to manage your financials
Yes.
is key.
Yes.
That's step number one. But then just thinking about having to QuickBooks can grow with you, right, as
Mhm.
your business grows. So with Robin, not only did she use QuickBooks and delegate, the data entry to a VA, she also now has the information she needs to apply for grants, funding, right? Like Robin is outside of LinkedIn, she's the master networker. Hear me clearly. She is the master networker. So everywhere, I'm confident that everywhere Robin goes, and she collects information and networks with other people, I'm confident she can rattle off those numbers as far as like how she's profited in gross revenue and things like that because she has QuickBooks in order to do so, right? That's why you need, sometimes your partners aren't in human form. Sometimes they are software and
Mm-hmm.
technology to help you get from point A to point B. And another vital thing that Robin mentioned that I want to point out as well, whether you're a service-based business or a product-based business, you can organize your data in QuickBooks to be able to see not only how much money did you make for the year, but which products and services, right, were the
Mm-hmm.
most profitable for the year. You can get it in percentage form, you can get it in chart form. I mean, you name it, right? You can get it in that format. And so that type of information is life changing, right? Especially as we're getting ready to plan for 2024 as we're closing out 2023. So y'all, you got to have your numbers in
Yes.
position. So Robin, as we're closing out, what is one nugget of advice for the entrepreneur that's out there that may not have Excel? They may have their receipts kind of stuck maybe in the jeans pocket or the bottom of the purse or in the car center console. Come on here, like we're gonna call it all out today, right? What advice can you give that entrepreneur to nudge them into the direction of you need to get your financials in order?
Okay, so you're basically starting from ground, I call it zero. At least at a minimum, get your receipts together and put them in order by month. That's a start. That's where I started. Just start there with your receipts by month. If you don't have Excel, if you don't know Excel, at least categorize them by month and the day of the month. That's a start. Okay. Now, I will say that it's going to take you some skin in the game to learn some new things, right? We're not afraid to learn new things. So there's a free version of Excel that you can download. There are other free things that you can download. If you are challenged on funds or you have a low budget, there are free things that will help you, right, to be able to get organized. So the first thing I would say is definitely, or the main thing, get organized. Have some type of organized system. If you plan on uh, counting what you do as a business and you're going to use it on your taxes, you have to know at a minimum how much you made, what your revenue is, and what your expenses are at a bare minimum. In order for you to do that, you have to know, keep up with your receipts for your expenses and then have a mechanism to keep up with your revenue. You may I started out real quick and dirty with a PayPal account. Started out, then I graduated, got me a little Square account. So we just we moving on up to the POS system. We moving on up.
Moving
So,
on.
but I started with a PayPal. Some people like PayPal, some people don't. Square is free. You can start up with a Square. If you know, Square is pretty simple. Great mobile app, connects with, your bank or whatever. Bank account. You got to have one separate from your personal. Do not commingle the funds. Just some basics. Just some basics. Set you up a little. Go to your credit union. Most credit unions love to have new entrepreneurs. Get your little savings, little checking. Start out there so you can set those things up. I know I'm giving you more than what you asked for, but they need to know some basics.
I mean, baby, you better tell the truth, Robin. Because see,
Do
do what
not
that does.
commingle your funds. Do not commingle your funds. Even if you have to make a loan to yourself, earmark it. You know, if it's a cash app, somebody may say, well, can I pay you cash app? Now, I've had some people to ask me, you know, they said they don't do PayPal. I said, well, you can do Square. Well, they said, well, can I cash app you? Even if they cash app me, which I've taken a few, I will take that cash app receipt and immediately send it over to my email account and send it to my VA. This is a business revenue. immediately. So we don't have no commingling. Everything is, set. So I know Sonya preaches the commingling, no commingling of the funds.
Yeah, but if you notice, as you start teaching, then I just kind of, I was slick trying not to do this because you was pretty much doing the job for me. So that's
Well,
the
listen,
fruit of
Tanya is an
having.
awesome teacher. Okay, I'm giving y'all some of her content. Because she normally charges for some of this. I'm just telling you these nuggets that but she does offer some free workshops, which I have taken advantage of those and paid workshops. So when she offers these nuggets, these $25 or free classes that she may do on a Saturday afternoon or whatever, take advantage of that. You can, just sign up. Maybe you have to go back and listen to the replay. But I'm telling you guys, when it comes to knowing what to do to get your business set up for taxes, for what you need to do all throughout the year, how you need to make sure in that fourth quarter you're getting your stuff together,
Right.
midway, what you need to do as a halfway 6 month point check. I'm telling you, she's got all the tools that she has been um, so graciously teaching and offering. So I can't say enough about her services. She's got a great team. The positionettes, they're great.
They
They
are.
do a great job supporting and working with customers. Um, and the biggest thing, just like with anybody that's offering a product or service, people are attracted to people who are authentic. People do business with who they know, like, and trust. Period. That's it. They do
Right.
business with who they know, like, and trust. And so people that are her clients know that she has their best interest at heart. They know that she's going to do the best to put their business in the right position. And they trust that. And that's why she keeps getting the business and the referrals. So shout out to GIP.
Oh, Hercules, Hercules. Yeah, but exactly. Like we definitely serve, we prioritize serving the community because our mission is to, empower entrepreneurs to prioritize their numbers. And if we're going to be set in our mission to empower entrepreneurs, right, we have to make sure that we touch every entrepreneur in their space from the startup entrepreneur to the season, right?
Hmm.
And so we understand that if you're a startup, your cash flow has to look a certain way, right? And we want to make sure that we're offering the same high quality subject matter expertise in that free workshop because we partner with those nonprofit organizations that Robin had mentioned earlier. So it's an honor and privilege for us to do that because we know eventually you're going to come on, your business is going to grow, and we want you to ride it out with us, right?
Right.
Because we want to continue to build out that trust and authenticity. So Robin, thank you, Sugar, for coming
Thank you,
on.
friend. Thank
Yeah, so tell the
you.
people how they can get in contact with Wilson Consulting LLC.
Yes, I am on all the social media platforms. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Twitter, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on all the platforms. Wilson Consulting LLC, Wilson Consulting LLC. I'm on all the platforms. Um, on Facebook is Wilson Consulting LLC. Uh, on LinkedIn is Wilson Consulting LLC Memphis. But if you type in Wilson Consulting LLC, you can find me. My website is wilsonconsultingllc.info. And that's how you can reach me. You can Google me. I'm on Google Business. So I'm on all the platforms. The only thing I'm not on is Snapchat, I think, but I'm on all the rest of them.
Got you. Yes, and then Robin also does a LinkedIn tip every week.
Every week, I do a LinkedIn tip of the week, and I have that posted on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And then I'm also running a special. So right now, I had a Black Friday special. It's over now, but see, if y'all had been know about it, y'all could have got half off the services. But that's over. But now, I got $25 off all my services until December 24th. So all the way up until Christmas Eve, you can get in on updating your profile, or if you need a profile and don't have one, we can create it for you. If you know someone that needs a resume or a CV, and then if you need help with networking strategies, if you need somebody to come speak to your group about LinkedIn or building your brand on LinkedIn, networking on LinkedIn, all
Right.
things LinkedIn, I'm your girl.
Right. I love it, y'all. I love it, love it. Well, thank you again, Robin,
Thank
for,
you,
like
Sonia,
I said,
for the
taking time.
invitation.
Yes, and entrepreneurs, make sure, hey, you heard it from Robin here first, right? The benefits of getting your numbers in position. So GIP is here to help you, and stay tuned with us. Stay locked in on our YouTube channel, on our social media pages as well, as we're providing free content to help you get there. All right,
Yes.
so y'all have an amazing one. We'll see you on the next video.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Thank y'all so much for listening to the From Chaos to Clarity Unleash Your Business Potential podcast. Again, I'm Sonia Jones of GIP Financials. You're Mr. Miyagi of Money, but I got a couple of homework assignments for you before you leave this episode. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and also leave a comment and let us know what your biggest takeaways were from this episode. And if you are looking for bookkeeping assistance or you need a money thought buddy, make sure that you go to our website, www.gipfinancials.com, and click on the schedule a consultation button at the top of our website, little green box. And you can schedule a discovery call and talk to one of our teammates to see if we're a good fit. All right. See you guys on the next episode. Take care.